Welcome to the Inspiration Station hosted by Joshua Lenox, the place to fill up your tank if you're in need of encouragement and motivation.
Hey, y'all, it's Friday, and I'm ready to swing. And I ain't gonna keep singing the song if y'all know that's Aaliyah. But anyway, this is the Inspiration Station with Joshua Lenox, y'all. And what do? I need to hear y'all screaming from the top of your lungs. We upsize in 2025. Yes, we do. I hope that y'all are practicing that and saying that daily because that's a real thing. And I'm pretty sure that if you start to say that, you're gonna start to see things go up and get bigger and get greater because the more you say it, the more it's going to make you go towards action, which y'all know that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on here in the Inspiration Station. Real big quick shout out. I see already a message in there. Dr. Ashker Rahman, I want to say much love to you. Like you said, sound like a powerful and uplifting space. Wishing you and the entire Inspiration Station community a meaningful and impactful session. What a beautiful way to turn stories into strength. Hey, Dr. Ashker, I think I might have to take that or I might have to talk to you about that. But I love that turn stories into strength because y'all, sometimes that's what helps other people to continue to go forward, to fight forward, to have courage, to have bravery, to go higher than they've ever been, to become greater than what they've ever been. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Really appreciate you. Much love to you. Y'all, it's Friday. It is April the 25th, 2025. Y'all, the month has come and gone. The month is gone. The month is gone away. I mean, it really has gone and shifted really quick, y'all. Y'all better be living your best lives because you just have the time that'll pass you by. We're walking into May, y'all. This is next week. I know I say this sometimes, and I'm just going to leave it alone because I know y'all probably like, Josh, you say this all the time. You talk about how fast the time is going. We get it. But I need you to really sink that into your mind and say, am I giving everything that I have? Am I living to the best that I can at the moment? Am I loving on whoever I can love on? Am I loving on myself as much as I can? Am I treating myself well? Am I doing well? So I'm so excited to be here with you guys in this space as always. We know that this is a space that we are working towards, of course, being more open, honest, and vulnerable, not just with others, but also with ourselves. So as you guys are coming in, I know we're on the platforms of YouTube, of Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Also later we'll be on Spotify, Audible, and Amazon. Y'all, we coming with Apple. I promise you. I got my Apple ID and everything. I'm about to move forward. Moving forward, I just couldn't remember my old one from several years ago when I had an iPod. Y'all, I had an iPod Shuffle, and if that tells you something, that's a throwback. That's like 2006. 7. I might be telling on myself a little bit, but anyway, I had an ID then. I just cannot remember it. It wants me to remember that old number. And y'all, I don't know about you, but I don't remember my numbers from several, especially because I changed numbers like shoes back in the day. So we'll definitely be on Apple very soon. I'm just excited. As you're coming in here, let me know how you're doing, how your day has been, how your week has been. Let me know how great things have been for you, how much you have changed even over the last couple of days, y'all. We should be making changes or evolving each and every day because we're not trying to remain the same. We don't want to be stagnant. We don't want to be stuck. We're not those types of people. But please let me know when you're coming in, y'all. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth today, even though I want a little bit of more activity with you guys and just getting your answers and things as you're coming in. I'm going to actually get ready to move on in just a minute, but let me say this to y'all too. I don't know what weather and things are doing, what the weather's doing, like what it's going going on with you guys where you are. But it's been just rainy and dreary for the last couple of days. But it's still a beautiful day. Why? Because we're alive to see it. Hello, somebody. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to whomever and whosoever is on this live right now, or also who will be listening later or watching later. I just want to welcome you all once again to the Inspiration Station where we upsize in 2025. That's how we get down over here. Well, that's how we get up over here. We don't go down. We get up over here. So really quick, let me go ahead and get started. If this is your first time, this is actually why are we here? What is the Inspiration Station? Who even came up with that? What is that even? Why is it called that? The Inspiration Station is literally a nickname that I was given in 2012 where someone told me that they felt like I was like a radio station and that I brought on, it's like I could pick up different frequencies and send them out to people, and it's exactly what they needed to hear. So I did not see any significance in that. It sounded nice. It sounded really interesting. I just didn't think it was something that I would go forth with later on in life until now. If we fast forward with this wonderful podcast, and now we are called the Inspiration Station. But the Inspiration Station is not just about me, and it's not just me and about my life. It's about all of you. All of you are an inspiration to many people, even whether you know it or not. But most of all, don't forget you're an inspiration to yourself. You can just repeat that to yourself. I'm an inspiration to myself. And I'm telling my Joshua Lenox, you are an inspiration to yourself. You really look at a lot of things that have occurred in your life, and you can draw inspiration, motivation, encouragement from all the things that you've done, all the things that you've overcome, all the challenges, the obstacles, but also the mountain peaks, the exciting times, the achievements, and the success that you've done that sometimes you might overlook. What to expect here? Again, I want to reiterate: this is a place. It's a but we want to practice being more open, honest, and vulnerable, not just with others, but also with ourselves. Sometimes the hardest person to look at is the one in the mirror. And I was about to sing Michael Jackson so quick, but I'm going to pull myself back. So, but yes, this is also a place not just for you to sit here and hear me talk about things and stories of my life or share certain things with you, just for you to hear them for the sake of hearing, but also to get your feet to moving towards action, towards doing something, towards continuing to evolve and become something and someone that you've never met before within yourself. Excuse me, y'all. And also, there'll be people that will be coming on here periodically. We're getting some things together. It takes a little time. Want to take a little time. I don't want to rush into things too quickly or prematurely, but going to have some people coming in on here that you'll get to meet. People maybe you've never heard from before, never seen before, never met before, but they're not going to be strangers because we're all connected. There also will be some people that will be in here that you know very well, people you maybe have admired for years or from afar, very influenced by or impacted by. So looking forward to that because all of our lives matter. I'm going back to what Dr. Rahman said. He said that we turn stories into strength. So we all need to be strengthened through each other's stories. So I'm hoping that you all will, if this is your first time, that you will continue to come each and every Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And without further ado, y'all, I want to drop this good old title on y'all. Gonna take us back to childhood just a little bit, childhood was not that far away for many of us, especially me, because, I'm just 19. And with me being 19, technically I was a child about a year or two ago. So, I don't have to reach that far. And if any of you are laughing, I just want to let you know that your neck will itch for at least 3 minutes. But anyway, what I want to talk about really quick, we're going to be really kind of brief today. So I think possibly that's the plan. But peekaboo or hide and seek. Peekaboo or hide and seek. I know y'all remember those games back in the day. Some of y'all might still play them, especially parents, especially with peekaboo. You probably play that with your children or your babies or anything like that, toddlers. Hide and seek. It's not too often I see kids out playing that anymore, but you couldn't tell me anything about that game when I was growing up. I was very good at it, but we'll get into that in a minute. First of all, the definition of peekaboo, y'all, is just literally a game played with a young child that involves hiding behind something and suddenly reappearing. You don't have to be just a child to play that. Let me just kind of clear that up. But yes, it says a game play. It's defined as this, y'all. A game played with a young child that involves hiding behind something and suddenly reappearing. Hide and seek. I know y'all remember that. Some of y'all should be really excited. This is making me want to go outside or go like tomorrow early in the morning to go find some adults or something and see if we can play like adult hide and seek. Some people probably wouldn't make it to the base or anything like that, or even would be able to hide. Hide and seek is defined as a children's game. Again, it can be for adults, y'all, or your inner child. We'll just say we can still jump back to our childhood. A children's game in which one or more players hide and the other person has to look for them. Again, hide and seek is a children's game in which one, y'all, I'm laughing because I just have so many thoughts of in the many games of playing back in the day. But a children's game in which one or more players hide and the other person has to look for them. You're hiding, and you got that one person who's counting down from whatever, 10 or 20 or 100, whatever, as many people, depending upon as many people as you have. And what is their first thing they say when they're done counting? Ready or not, here I come. And so they're on the lookout. So if you're hiding, you're trying to probably hide even harder, trying to not to breathe hard, trying not to laugh, do anything. But my question, even in talking about peekaboo, which again is just literally hiding behind something. Some people will use their hands and peekaboo, peekaboo, or you might hide behind something and then you reappear as it says. And then hide and seek, you run off, hide somewhere, and then that one person's got to come look for you and they got to come find you. They got to come find everybody. But if they find you or you get close, you can take off running to get to base, whatever that might be. For us, it was anything. We were creative. My first question, though, is what if your hiding is keeping what is seeking you from finding you? What if your hiding is keeping what is seeking you from finding you? Before I go any further, in a sense, with that, well, no, actually, I'm gonna continue to rinse that out just a minute. But there's several things that could be coming after all of us. But again, we might be hiding who we are, what we possess, all the things that somebody can be seeking in us. That can go in any area. That could be in a job. That can be in a relationship of any kind, romantic, friendships, opportunities, platforms, anything. People could be seeking you and they can't find you because you're hiding. They could be seeking your skill set, your talents, your abilities, but you're hiding. You don't even post anything out there. You don't put yourself out there in any way. Even we talk about dating and things of that nature. You say, I just want to be with somebody. Nobody can find you because you're hiding yourself. And it's like, well, why am I hiding? And you talk about all the things you want in your life, all the things you want to do, all the things you want to become, all the places you want to go, all of those things, but you're not putting yourself out there to even be found. So think about that for a second, but I want to kind of share something little, I'll say intimately close, but not really with you guys. It's something for your visual pleasure. Really quick, there's about a minute and a half, maybe. There's a clip I want you to watch, and I'm going to kind of explain it afterwards, and you kind of get a little bit more understanding of what I'm going to go further into when we talk about hiding and seeking, or even playing peekaboo. But even hide what sometimes you don't know you have something in you that people need to see, and if you're hiding it, you're gonna make people miss out on somebody so great, so many talents and gifts, strengths, all of the things, characteristics that you have. They're gonna be missing out, and people are waiting for you to show up. So it's no need for you to hide because somebody's seeking you. I want you to take a look at this, and I'm gonna go further into this. So y'all be patient, but it's a minute and a half, I think. So let's look at it. Let's watch.
Yes, Lil Jon again. Yeah. This one here is for the ladies that like to dance. Yeah. Hold on, no. The ladies that like to work. Roll your body, work those hips. 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 Roll, work, roll, work, roll, work, roll, work. Yeah, ladies, yeah. It's time to work. If you ain't come to sweat, what? You need to leave right now. Get out. But ladies, if you want to work it out, I need to see your hands up. Let's go. Left to right, move your body to the bass. Left to right, move your body to the bass. Up and down, hump your body to the sound. Up and down, hump your body to the sound. Left, right, up, down. Show me what you got, make your body tick tock. Show me what you got, make your body tick tock. Take it to me back, put a heart in your back. Take it to me back, put a heart in your back. Tick tock, arch your back, arch your back. Let's go, let's work. Let's go, let's work. Let's go,
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. I hope y'all enjoyed that clip. If you didn't notice, that was me. That was Joshua Lenox dancing in college. And what I want to say really quick is before I'm going to go ahead and explain those clips. But at UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, I was dancing on the UTC Elite Dance Team. Actually, it was a dance team that was formed in 2003, which was my freshman year. But they first started at the end of a football season of some young ladies from a couple from Memphis and other surrounding areas that kind of wanted to see, the type of HBCU type of dancing. Even though this was a predominantly white institution, they wanted to see that type of dancing with the band. And so they were innovative and they went to the band director and he wanted to give them a shot. And they started out as an organization that was able to dance, but then going more so to dance more in the basketball realm. Then after dancing more for basketball season, then the next year came around and I knew one specific person on the team who actually went to high school with me, and she was a grade ahead of me, very close with her. And she knew that I had some background in knowing what we call majorettes here in Nashville and some other areas. They dance in front of the bands and things and march and stuff. I knew about that because I was close up to that, and that was something that I enjoyed. But it's like I never, they weren't going to tell too many people. I'm like, men can't do that. Men aren't supposed to do that. So, I mean, I would try to do stuff at home, I taught myself. I can self-teach myself any type of dance style. And so when I went off to college and during it, fast forward that time, they were looking for somebody to help. So she was like, I know you know about this, that, and the other. You think you would come and help us or whatever? And I'm like, no, because no, I'm good. Like, y'all got what you got or whatever. But actually, I did take up, I had a few of the girls, the main girls who started it. They came and they wanted to see some material that I choreographed. And they immediately were like, okay, yeah, we need you to teach us, help us. We need your help or whatever. And it was an army of girls. It was like 20 plus. And I started to choreograph them. Some girls got in trouble around homecoming that used to be on the front row. And the band director was like, well, you're going to have to be. So he put me up there to dance. And I was like, oh, God, like, no, like dance in front of all these crowds, this huge arena football stadium full of people. No, I'm good. Anyway, I did it. But I was like, okay, that was one time. I just did it. I'm their coach. I'm their choreographer. So, of course, I can just get up here and do this one time and that's it. Well, people really liked it. And after that, the band director had a meeting with me that Monday, and he was like, hey, Josh, I want you to start dancing. You need to be like over everything. You start dancing and everything. And I was like, no, we're good. I can continue to choreograph them, and that's going to be it. And we went back and forth, and I was not bending or anything. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. You can take that and put that somewhere else. And he was like, so, and I asked him finally, I said, you know what, can I pray about it? He said, yeah, you can pray about it. And as soon as I was about to go out the door, he said, Lennox, if you're scared about what people are going to say about you, you ain't going to be, he said a choice word, but we're just going to say, you're not going to be anything in life if you let fear keep you from doing this. And so, y'all, I was just like, okay, I could take that kind of talk. I was used to that from like leaders and stuff who were very firm, but I knew they loved me and they were, coming from a caring place, so it didn't bother me. I get back to my dorm room to start praying, and before I can even get the prayer, God was like, yes, call him back. And I'm like, God, and I'm telling God all the reasons why I shouldn't be able to do this, and nobody's done this before, I don't think. And I was like, I've never seen a guy do this. I don't want to do this. But I put that out of my mind. I called him back and I said that I would do it. So I did it, and I remember when basketball season came around. I literally remember we played the UT Knoxville, the women Lady Vols, University of Tennessee at Knoxville, and ESPN was there, Sports South, Sports Center, and I remember being told by a reporter who asked me to come down there to the side, and she was like, "Do you know what you're doing?" And at first I was like, "Excuse me?" She was like, "Do you know what you're doing?" And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, this has never been seen before. This has never been done before. And I'm like, she said, other than twirlers, color guard or rifle, people who do rifle, no men do what you're doing, whether that's at a historically black college university or a predominantly white institution. And y'all, I'm sorry, I was just a little soft. I just started crying because I was just like, and I'm, thank you, Jesus, glory to God, glory to God. And I'm just like, because I had no idea. So I was making history and didn't even know it. I'm just so concerned about making sure my girls is good, making sure we look well, we do well, we perform well, because we're performing in front of huge crowds all the time. Now, you might say, Josh, why did you even tell us this story? And I did that for up until I graduated in December 2007. And then I would go back pretty much every year, about 4 years after that, would go back and dance for homecoming. And then I did later, even years. Like last time was 2015. So I still, now they're not UTC Elite now, but they're the Ladies of Gold. A shout out to them, and they're amazing. They're really, really good, great girls. They great ladies that really are great at what they do. They're amazing dancers. Excuse me, but why am I telling y'all that? I'm telling you that going back to this hide and seek, something was being sought. I was being sought out to do something from someone to come look for me because she knew I had some background in watching majorettes, that type of dancing. So she sought me out. So, she wouldn't have known that had I not exposed myself to her when I was in high school to let her know that I knew about that type of dancing. And then them seeking me out was giving me an opportunity to choreograph. And then not only that, then the band director, some girls got in trouble, which I still think that was just divine. I'm kind of glad that they did because it's like it was a part of the story. But I was afraid to stand before people and do something that's never been done before. So of course I wanted to hide. And somebody could be, well, why did you want to hide, Josh? You were practicing and doing this stuff in private for a few years. Like, why were you hiding? Yeah, I'm thinking about the scrutiny. I'm thinking about the backlash. I'm thinking about what people could say. People could probably potentially want to harm me, hurt me, kill me. I don't know. All types of things because people don't understand that. And usually let me say this, people attack what they lack. People attack what they lack. So sometimes when you have a gift, a talent, or an ability, and you're performing it before people or putting it out there, people might attack you because it's not because you're not good or it's not because you're not great, but at the same time, it could be because they don't understand you and they lack what you have. And it might be something in you that they want. So they attack what they lack. I literally actually I didn't know until after I graduated there were websites because Facebook and Instagram, all this stuff. Some of that stuff wasn't even prevalent at that time, and social media wasn't that major. But I was actually getting emails and letters and things from all over. Sometimes people contacting the school to want to talk to me and speak to me about what they were seeing me do because again, it was history making. And so I was like, wait a minute, this is almost like fame. What is going on? People wanting autographs, people wanting videos to be sent to them, personal videos, people sending kids to school, their teachers saying, if you can get Josh's autograph, then you get extra credit. All kinds of things that were happening. And it wasn't overwhelming. I was just always crying, y'all. I was always so grateful because of what was happening. But at the same time, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. It was like, no, I want to be hidden. I don't want to be in the limelight like that. Like, and then for this, no, because this is something nobody's ever seen. This could make me a target. And it actually did. I didn't get to see like the websites and stuff that people would say. I guess you would call blogs. It was kind of like blogs or things back then that I saw after I graduated. I didn't see when I was in school where people were talking stuff about me, saying hateful things, mean things, calling me all kinds of names in the book. I didn't experience that face to face. Sometimes I could see it in people, but I was just about my business. I was going to dance my behind off and I wasn't going to apologize for it. And I knew God had me there for a reason I didn't understand because I wanted to hide from that. But I did have threats. I did have someone. I remember once one thing, someone broke my window, my bedroom window. I remember getting threatening calls to my cell phone, to my whatever apartment I was in. Sometimes threatening calls. People having to be escorted into games sometime with police officers or security just to kind of make sure that I was okay. I remember one specific man who was threatening me from the crowd, and the band director, I thought he was about to go to jail because he was like, if he says one more thing about my dancer. So there was several instances where it would feel like my life was in jeopardy because, again, people attack what they like. And then also because it was making me become well known in things. People were seeing me on television all the time, Sports Center, ESPN, Sports South, sometimes even on like NBC, ABC, if they were like depend upon where our school went to with the conference of the game or something, and they would see clips and stuff. But it was dangerous sometimes. I just never talked about it too much because I already had people who were close to me who were scared for me for what I was doing. They didn't want anybody to hurt me, but there were threats. There were things done. There were things said telling me don't dance tonight. You better not come to the game or else, things like that. So but God covered me. He kept me protected. He kept me safe. But just to think, what would have happened if I would have hidden from what was seeking me? What would have happened if I would have hidden all of that talent, all of that skill set, all and teaching those girls and doing things that actually I never was trained to do. I just saw an observation when I was in high school, and I'm here at a college training and teaching girls dance moves. We're doing field shows, we're marching, we're in the stands all the time. We did travel and things like that, doing football and basketball. So it's like it was a next level thing. And this was something that had never been done. And I was a target, but I didn't really let that hinder me. And I didn't really think about it that way. So what about the things that you might hide that many will love? What is it that the things about you that you think nobody wants to hear that? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to talk to me about this. What kind of things that are in you that you're hiding that people really want? Now, I'll give you an example. What that's like if somebody says, "Well, I like to sing, but I don't think my voice is that good. Or I don't think I sound as good as this, that, and the other person." And it could be people out there who would fall in love with that person's voice. You just never know. Like, what are you hiding from? And think about this too. When we play in the game hide and go seek, you are going to you play hide and go seek. You run off, and you're hiding for a minute, and then you're waiting to be found. So technically, when we play that game, you want to be found. And think about that adrenaline that happens when somebody gets up to you and say, "Ho, ho, 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 now I got to try to run and get away from them so they don't tag me." But think about how there are things seeking you or that have sought you out, that you get that adrenaline. You get excited the closer it gets, but then there's something about it that makes you want to run away once you're right up on it. So, I want to give you some quick examples of people to think about. What if they didn't do what they did? What if they hid their talent or hid what they wanted to do? What will we know as the people of today if we didn't have some of these people? Just an example I want to give a quick. Y'all know I've mentioned him before, but that was my boy. But Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson never went solo on his Off the Wall album. Now, he actually was a solo artist before that as a child, like in the early 70s. He was a solo artist then. But to be fully a solo artist, it didn't come until 1979 when he released Off the Wall. What would have happened if we never got Thriller? What if he just would have stayed with his brothers for the rest of his career? What? Can you imagine a Michael Jackson without Thriller and just being with his brothers, ABC, for the rest of his life? I can't imagine it. And think about it. He had a different sound. He had a different technique. He had a different skill set. He had different ideas, creative. That all would have been just hindered and blocked had he been hiding just in the band with his brothers. Versus, I think when he went to do The Wiz, Quincy Jones, in a sense, coming up close and personal with him, that was like he was being sought out for and wanted to do an album. And when he asked Quincy Jones and he wanted to do it, it's like, and here we go. And here we go with the adult solo artists. Also, the Wright brothers who are responsible for why, if any of you all are frequent flyers on any airline, they are responsible for innovating that. They still haven't given me my money for that. I should be getting royalties because actually I was there in the room in North Carolina when they were talking and discussing that. I'll be talking to their legacy and their family soon about that. I still need my money. But anyway, what if they hid their idea? I'm pretty sure people mocked them. I'm pretty sure people talked about them. I'm pretty sure people shunned them. Like, y'all sound crazy. What are you talking about? And what are you building out here? Like, what is this? This doesn't even make sense. They've never seen this before. What are you talking about? This is stupid. Whatever it is. The Wright brothers are responsible they're responsible for us all being able to get on an airplane today because their idea. They didn't hide it. Just think about if we didn't have the Wright brothers. Will we have airplanes? Who knows? Bill Gates. Everybody knows Bill Gates. What would have happened if he never dropped out of college? Would we have known technology in a way that he presented it? If he hid that and thought that maybe his idea was crazy or, but it's like whatever he had was also an answer to something we all needed. It was an answer to a problem. It was a solution. It was a way to upgrade us in a way through technology. But like, what if he never dropped out of college and he just finished it out? Another person I hope that many of you know, because if you don't and you're following me and you're hearing my voice, but think about the artist Anita Baker. I don't know if some of you know, but Anita Baker actually, as much as a legend she is off of Arista Records under Clive Davis, a huge phenomenon. She actually, before she went to Clive Davis, she wanted to be on a record label. She went to a producer, and he told her that she couldn't sing. Yeah, did y'all gasp like I did? They said that Anita Baker couldn't sing. Now, what if she took what that man told her and she just said, you know what, maybe singing is not for me. Maybe I'm going to go off and just be a mother and a wife and domestic or whatever. But I'm so glad that she did the shuffle on over to Arista and us, or somebody gave her another chance to be able to actually display. Her voice was rare. It wasn't like what you used to hearing, but she could, of course, sing. But he told her she couldn't. Also, again, we just celebrated Resurrection Sunday last Sunday. What if Jesus came off the cross? What if he came off the cross? I guess we still be doing sacrifices. I guess we wouldn't be able to go to God in prayer on our own. What if he came? What if he just came down and said, "You know what? Nope, it's too much. I'm coming down." Salvation, where? How? Forgiveness and repentance and things. Well, huh? Also, is a person that y'all know very well is you. What if you didn't do some of the things that you've done? I'm pretty sure some of y'all are still out there hiding. But what if you have, think about the things you have done that you have exposed yourself to and allowed yourself to do. What if you didn't do some of the things, you wouldn't be where you are today? And we're looking at everything as a positive because we know all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Nothing is, we don't say it's bad or negative. So what have I done that I decided not to hide? And if I didn't do that, where would my life be? Something that was going to skyrocket me, take me to another level. So let me read these real quick. Thank God you have the courage to be a first. You have open doors for the next generation. Thank you for that. And guess what? All of you have that same courageousness within you to be the first in whatever. And you open the doors for the next generation and many others, whether that's in your family or whether that's in your community, whether that's anywhere all over the world globally. Another thing, I see Christine, God has had to push me out the boat. You see what I'm saying? It's like I can't even stay here. I got to. God, give me a little nudge because I can't stay there. I used to be afraid to speak out in public. Great point. So when God sent the right person in my life to do a podcast, I knew that it was my time. So I'm thankful. See, again, that's another thing that could no longer stay hidden, and you were sought out to do it. So I got a few questions, y'all, and we're gonna move really quick. And I'm not gonna spend too much time because I want you all to think. And I'm kind of going over a little longer than I wanted to, but that's okay because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the best that I've got. That's Anita, y'all. If you don't know it's Anita, you need to really go study because I'm gonna be upset. Don't call out on here if you don't know who Anita Baker is anymore. But no, my questions are: what are you hiding? What are you hiding? Is it talents? Is it gifts? Is it skill sets? Is it your uniqueness? What about your flaws? What about your insecurities? Your struggles. And sometimes, we look at flaws, insecurities, and struggles like, oh, that's the negative. I don't want any, I want to cover that up. I don't want nobody to see. How do you know that might cause that might allow other people to be free or open or vulnerable? As we talk about, to be open, honest, and vulnerable with not only others, but with ourselves. How do you not know that your vulnerability, of course, you want to be trust that person. You kind of want to trust that person with when you talk about vulnerability, because that can either lead you to be at risk, to be hurt, abandoned, rejected, mocked, but it also can cause you to be received by someone, received well, and allow that person to see themselves in you and allow them to open up as well. Also, are you hiding love? Are you hiding vulnerability? Christine, you need to stay out of my notes because let me tell you something. It's coming up. Get out of my notes. I'm just going to say that. And when I come back around, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I see what he meant. But yes, are you hiding your love? The love you love how you love to love people because you've been hurt. Because you feel damaged, like you're damaged goods, that your love has been used against you or been taken advantage of. What about your vulnerability? Again, saying vulnerability. Also, what about the great parts of yourself and maybe even the fear of being hurt? I don't want to share the good things of myself, the positive things of myself, because those things have been taken for granted. Those things have been used against me. I feel as if I can't allow people to really see truly who I am because that's been dismissed or that's been minimized. How are you hiding? How are you hiding? Are you isolating? Are you using it in addictive behaviors? Is it substance abuse? Is it shopping? Is it working out a great deal? Is it being busy with nothing? Or you're so productive doing nothing? How are you hiding? What are you doing to hide? Y'all can list some things if you want to. I'm going to move a little quick, but also, why are you hiding? Are you hiding for protection? Are you hiding for a sense of safety? Are you hiding because you know that it might be or why are you hiding? Are you hiding because you don't want to have a level of accountability, a level of responsibility? You don't want to actually go to the maybe it's a fear of success. Maybe it's also a fear of failure. We don't talk about fear of success much. It's like, oh, fear of failure. I don't want to fail. And it's like, well, no, I don't know if I want to succeed because I know what's going to probably come with that. And maybe I also don't think that this is something that I'm able to obtain, able to uphold. Maybe I think now all of these negative core beliefs come in. I'm not good enough. I'm not competent. What if they say this? What if they don't like me? What if I disappoint people? What if I let people down? I hear you, Paula, shopping, shaking my head. Much love to you, Paula. You know, I love you with everything that I have. But yes, shopping. Okay. Right. List some other things, y'all, while I'm talking. You don't have to stop just because I'm moving on to the next thing. Other thing, when did you start hiding? When? Was it childhood? Was it in your family dynamic? Was it something someone said to you? Was it traumatic experiences? Was it when you were being minimized? Was it when you felt unwanted? When you were made to feel unseen, unheard, overlooked? Maybe it was that relationship, that romantic relationship that did it. Made you start wanting to dumb yourself down because that's what you did in the relationship. You minimize all these great things about you. So you just started hiding and tucking it away and saying, I'd rather just lift everybody else up and I'll just, I'll play it small. Maybe it was those friendships you had growing up where you were the person always encouraging, always pouring into, always being everybody's cheerleader, always being their voice of reason, always being their shoulder. They leaning on your shoulder so much the shoulder about broke. You can't even do the shoulder lean. Anyway, maybe it was in school. Maybe it was in that job. Maybe it was under that boss. Maybe it was under that pastor. Got quiet, did I said maybe it was under that pastor. Y'all said, who? Also, y'all, who are you hiding from? Who are you hiding from? Maybe it's God, even though he sees and hears and knows every single thing, but maybe you hiding from him. Maybe you having a Jonah experience where you in the belly of a whale, or as a shark technically is what it is. It was. Who are you hiding from? What about you hiding from the world? Maybe you're afraid to really let your soul glow, as they said on Coming to America. Let your soul glow. But listen to what I just said, y'all. Let's say this: your mind, will, thoughts, and emotions. Maybe you're afraid to let your soul glow, to let your light shine before men so that they will see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Maybe I'm afraid to let my soul glow because maybe I think I'm going to attract people who are going to take advantage of me. They're going to hurt me. Maybe that's going to make me vulnerable to be before the world with all of my gifts and talents and things, to present my dreams, my visions, things that I really want to do. Maybe I'm hiding from my family. I want to continue to make everybody happy. I want to continue to keep everybody's perception a certain way. So I want to make sure I keep pleasing them. When I got honest with myself, life changed for the best. So yeah, honesty is the best policy. Isn't that what the saying is? To thine own self be true. Y'all, I'm not trying to be funny, but I remember somebody telling me, the Bible says, to thine own self be true. And I was like, where is that in the Bible? Where is that in the Bible? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's some scripture that can be correlated to that, but I don't think that's scripture. Are you hiding from your friends? Do you really let them see who you are? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid? You're afraid to tell them your fears. You're afraid of them to tell them the truth about themselves because you're scared they're going to abandon you. Maybe it's you. Maybe the biggest person you hide from is yourself. I gotta say, y'all, but Michael said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. That's the hardest person to look at. And it's like, who have I created? Is that really me? Or is that who I think people that's palatable? Who am I creating myself to be palatable so that people will have a certain liking towards me, a certain desire for me? People say about mirroring, you can mirror when you get around people and you mirror them and you become what you think that they want. And it's like, well, do you even know who you really are? So what are you hiding? How are you hiding? Why are you hiding? When did you start hiding? And who are you hiding from? Now, let me go really quick. There are positives of hiding and reappearing like peekaboo. Peekaboo, you peekaboo, peekaboo. For a temporary time, you're hiding yourself, even if it's behind your hands or behind something, but then you reappear. What could be some positives? Y'all list that. What's some positives of hiding and then reappearing? Maybe I need to hide to go heal. Maybe I need to hide to really do some self-discovery. Maybe I need to hide so that I can come into a period of reflection of knowing who I am and who I'm not. Maybe I need to get rid of some people, get rid of some ideas, get rid of some thoughts, some stinking thinking that I have. Also, reappearing. Sometimes you reappear. Y'all follow me really quick. You reappear, and people will see you. I don't know if any of y'all have been like this, and this kind of happened to me a couple of days ago, to where, and actually since I moved back to Nashville, I see people that I've known for years, and sometimes they're like, Josh, and I'm thinking like, hello, like you've been knowing me almost since I was like 12. Like, what's the problem? You just seem different. It might not be the outside so much, it might be the inside that's changed that they don't recognize. So sometimes playing hide and go seek, something seeking you out don't need to find you. That was good, y'all. Some things seeking you out don't need to find you. Some things that are seeking you out don't need to find you. You might have something coming after you, then they trying to seek you out, and they can't. You're not even in the vicinity anymore because you've changed, you've evolved. You're no longer the same. Um, Last thing I want to mention to you guys about is the mask. That's why I said, Christine, you were in my notes. You in my business. I guess it must be your discernment. Are you? Let me find out you're prophetic. But the mask. And it's going to be kind of a homework. This is a homework assignment for all of you all. Now we're going to wrap this up really quick. And I want to thank you all for being patient and being on here with me. I hope that you are absolutely enjoying yourselves, because I'm absolutely enjoying this time with you on the Inspiration Station, y'all, where we upsized in 2025. Homework for you. It's going to be called the mask. We all know what a mask looks like, right? Or do I need to break it down? Okay, y'all do. You do know what a mask is. I can feel it. But the mask, I want you to think about the inside and the outside. Think about a physical mask. Typically we all were to go to somewhere we all had to dress up like a masquerade ball, or some people, you might say trick or treat. I don't do trick or treat, but you do trick or treat or something like that. Or you go to a costume party. People can see the outside. Nobody's going to come up to you and say, hey, what's on the inside of your mask? I want to see the lines and how the design looks on the inside. Nobody's coming to say that to you. But what everybody can see and what's visible to them is the outside. So for your homework, I want you to think about, you just make two sides or however you want to do it. And you got to do the homework. And, the Lord is going to tell me who do their homework or not. All of y'all, even for all 533 of y'all on YouTube, which I want to say hello to y'all. Much love to y'all. Share this with any and everybody, y'all, because I think it's so important. Everything we talk about is important, but it's so important for us to think about what we might be hiding and who we're hiding from and why we're hiding certain things about ourselves and our lives from people or people, places, or things, or ideas, a noun. But your homework again. Inside, I want you to make a list of saying, what are you on the inside of the mask is going to tell. I want you to speak about, what am I trying to hide from others, and what am I trying to hide from myself? Because this is the inside, so nobody sees this but you. Because even when you take off a mask, you can see inside the mask. So what am I trying to hide from others, and what am I trying to hide from myself? Now, the outside, of course, is what am I trying to display to everyone? What do I want people to see? What am I comfortable with people seeing? And let's not get it twisted. Every last one of us wears a mask all the time. I don't care nothing about, and I don't wear no mask. Yes, you do. All of us wear a mask. I have on one right now. That does not make us fake. That does not make us phony. What that means is that I wear a certain quote unquote mask in a certain space, depending upon how I see myself comfortable or how comfortable I am. Who you hear right now with me and who you see on camera, this is Josh. This is what you get is what you see. However, if I was around family or friends or close associates, I very much so. You're going to see a lot of what you see and hear a lot of what you hear right now, but there may be different parts of me that come out because that's a different level of comfortability. I might have really jacked that word up, y'all, but it's okay. But comfort level around them, so you might see a different side, different layer, or different sides of me because of who I'm around. But that doesn't make me fake or phony. That's just how I choose to show up in those spaces. So homework is inside. What do I want to hide from others, and what do I try to hide from myself? Outside, what do I not mind allowing people to see? And what do I try to want people to see? So I'll give you a quick example and we're out of here. Inside of the mask, I might not want people to know, oh no, I struggle with, I'm not good enough. I feel unlovable. I feel incompetent. I feel ugly. I feel unattractive. I don't think that I'm really going to go far. Outside the mask might be, I'm highly competent. I'm joyful 24/7. I am positive. I am highly dependable and relatable. Now, again, don't get it twisted. A lot of these things that we want people to see actually could be who you are. But just to be cognizant that sometimes we might want to display things on the outside that are not true because we're afraid of people being able to see inside the mask the things we really struggle with. So, last thing I want to say, and I want to see if y'all get it, but what we just talked about with peekaboo and hide and go seek, usually at the end of one of these, we say, ready or not, here I come. Which one is it, y'all? And I'm getting out of here. If I don't see one person, I'm just going to shut this thing. I'm going to turn the lights off. And whoever's scared, I'm going to hide for y'all. Right? You going to hide all right. Ready or not, here I come. I'll wait till I see somebody. Which one of them, peekaboo or either hide and seek? Come on, y'all. This is so easy. I'm just not giving it away. Y'all, I'm going to end up taking this mask off and y'all going to see another mask. Anyway, hide and seek, of course. Ready or not, here I come. So what I want, thank you. Thank you. Somebody was obedient. Everybody who was not obedient, I need you to at least sow $100 into me right now. Close the door and lock it. Some of y'all might catch that joke. But yes, hide and go seek. So my charge to you is, what in your life right now do you need to say, ready or not, here I come? Because you're the person who actually needs to go after doing some things that you to seek that may be hidden treasures for you. Okay? Also, get used to hearing that. Ready or not, here I come, because somebody's coming, some things, some places are going to come looking for you. You got nouns that are going to say, ready or not, here I come. And they're coming after you. And don't you hesitate trying to hide. You better be in plain sight, and don't hide in plain sight. Because sometimes we're good at doing that too. We can hide in plain sight. An opportunity, a person, anything come to you, and it's almost like you and me. How do I hide? I'm visible, but I'm dumbing myself down. Hey, I'd like for you to do such and such and such. Oh, no. Choose somebody. Get somebody else to do it. So, without further ado, I love that comment up there, Paula. There's a lot I don't want you to see. And that's a real thing. It's like we don't want people to see some things about ourselves. And again, it's not meaning we have to bear ourselves that way, but it's something to kind of to analyze. Why is it? What are some things that I'm just always I might be actively not wanting people to see about me? And why is that? So I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have an amazing evening on this good old Friday, the last Friday of the month. Y'all, we going into May. We're going into May next week, y'all. So, yes, let's remember again, making sure that the thing that you know, what are you hiding? How are you hiding? Why are you hiding? When did you start hiding? And who are you hiding from? Don't forget your homework, because I will ask about it next week. Try me and find out. So ready or not, here I come. It's going to be, that's the thing that we need to get used to saying, we need to get used to saying and getting used to hearing. So again, before we go, you've always been great. You're just getting better. You have always been great. You're just getting better. So without further ado, love y'all much. Have a wonderful evening and rest of this weekend. Be safe. And I will see you at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time right here next Friday, y'all. It'll be May something. So we'll be in a whole nother month. So we're going to have a whole new attitude because it's another month to seize, conquer, and do well with. So y'all take care. See you. You ain't got to go, but you got to get up out of here. Bye.
Thanks for watching The Inspiration Station with Joshua Lenox. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.